Okay, this video, unfortunately, been windy all day, so I got a muffle over my smartphone, the mic. So I don't know how the soundtrack's going to come out here. But anyway, it's about fossils. When you're camping, you can go out in certain areas. I'm in New Mexico right now, but most states you can find fossils in. You just have to do a little research. But I'm in New Mexico, and I'm at El Vado Lake right now, and my campsite's up here. This is all shale. So what you're looking for is shale. That's where it's a sedimentary rock that's millions of years old, and everything that died and basically landed in the mud, it turned into shale. So you're going to be looking for shale. And then you look on the rocks and stuff and turn them over. A lot of times you'll find them, because a lot of people don't want to bend over and turn the rocks over to see. The real obvious ones in the certain areas have been picked up. But if you turn them over, get a stick or something and just knock them over. You won't have to bend over all the time. But anyway, here at El Vado, you find a lot of different types. One of the common types of fossils are snails, snail shells, and other types of seashells. This was all millions of years ago. This was all an inland sea. So if you're finding fossilized seashells, obviously this was all an ocean here in New Mexico, northern New Mexico. Good portion of northern New Mexico was underwater, basically, millions of years ago. So you look for shale outcroppings, and this is all shale, even way up here. 20, 30 feet, but it's all broken up and it's turned into like a sand. But the other place I find fossils in New Mexico is Story Lake State Park. Okay, this is El Vado State Park, and Story Lake State Park is near Las Vegas, New Mexico, just east of Santa Fe. So anyway, the snail shells, my good friend Shalina, she found this beauty. It's got a lot of snails in there, about 15. I'm going to try to do a close-up. See if they'll come out. And I found one, pretty good size, right there. And then you find seashells, different types of seashells. Yeah, there's some more small snails. This is a type of coral a friend of mine identified. Yeah, it's imprinted in the shale. There's a lot of this out here. If you look around, it looks like this one looks like a starfish. Let's see if I can get a close up. Almost looks like a starfish. And you got these patterns too. And I think it might be seaweed, maybe, that wound up on the bottom in the mud, and then in the sedimentary rock, turned into a sedimentary rock. Not positive, but I think that might be one of those starfish, which would be cool. And then this one I found in California. This is actually an oyster shell. You can see that's the outside of the oyster. And the inside, just half of the shell. And this would be where it would hinge from, like here. The other half. This is the inside of this oyster. I found a spot there. That was also, Southern California was also an inland ocean. So you can go into certain areas and find fossils there. Okay, the other thing I look for when I'm out looking for fossils are certain types of rocks. Okay, and the more desirable rocks, well, I like green. Anything that's green, I put them in a rock tumble. So I did a few episodes on rock tumbling, in Arizona, like finding, rock hounding and using a rock tumbler. These are going to come out beautiful. Green is one of the rare colors in rocks. Typically that means there's a lot of copper, in the rock, in the mineral. Other things you can find which are worth keeping are your agates, and typically you're going to see through them if you put them up to the sunlight. Wind just kicked up. You can see my chair's ready to blow over. So the soundtrack's probably going to be all messed up. But anything you can see through, like agate and stuff, you want to keep this stuff. And put it in a tumbler to get it nice and smooth. This is white agate. There's other types of agate that are translucent. Moss agate's very desirable if it's got a lot of different colors in it. You also, obsidian, which is volcanic glass. Again, it's semi-translucent. If you put it up to the sun, you should be able to see through it. It's very sharp, like glass. So, something you can find on your hunts. Okay, now jaspers. Again, you can go from light jaspers, more brown, from orange to brown to the reds. This one actually I like because it's got quartz inclusions in it. If you look real close, you'll see quartz mixed in with the jasper. So all this stuff is going to go in my tumbler. This was just mixed in the rocks, pebbles and stuff down by the lake. And you get into a real deep red jaspers too. So these are all jasper, very desirable. They look great when you polish them for 4 to 6 weeks in a rock tumbler. Also out here at El Vado, I found crystals. Unfortunately, I had some others to show you, but I can't find them now. But you can see the facets on this, and it's it's crystal. So there are rock crystals, quartz crystals out here, and these are another type of fossils you can find out at El Vado. I haven't looked these up yet, so I really don't know what these are. And the backs all have these funny shapes to them. So I don't know what those are. I find a few of those here and there. So anyway, it's just another hobby, which, if you're camping and you're getting a little bored, I do fishing. It's one of my hobbies, and down here in El Vado, you catch trout. There's a lot of carp, big ones, smallmouth bass, largemouth bass. And then another hobby is looking for fossils and looking for semi-precious rocks, stones, to put in my rock tumbler. Like I say, I did a few episodes about using a rock tumbler and showing you the before and after. It's remarkable what 5 or 6 weeks in a rock tumbler can do to the right types of rocks, like the ones I just showed you. Those are all keepers, and they're going to look phenomenal when I put them through the rock tumbler. But instead of sitting in your trailer while you're camping all day watching TV, I know people that literally they go camping, but they're not camping. They're just sitting inside watching TV, watching the boob tube, vegging out. I like to be active. I hiked all the way down yesterday, all the way down to the end there, and that's 2.5 miles as the crow flies. So 5 miles back and forth. But because it's hilly, going up and down, and I did a lot of walking around, looking for rocks and fossils and stuff, I probably did an 8-mile hike. So hiking, good exercise. You can go out in the right areas, find fossils and good quality stone. So that's my episode here. This screen tent's very windy today. I'm taking it down, pulling out tomorrow. It was made by Ozark Trail, and it's a real piece of garbage. Brand new. The poles, telescopic poles, were getting stuck. They were all getting seized up. Okay, it's called Ozark Trail. So I had to throw all the poles out, the telescopic poles. They wouldn't slide in and out. So I had to hold the screen tent all together using ropes. So I'm going to do an episode just on this piece of garbage that Ozark Trail put out. Wasted my money on it. Like I said, right out of the box it didn't work. The poles all stuck. I couldn't pull them apart. And the only way you can put that tent up is if you can extend all those telescopic poles. And they were all right from the factory stuck. And I go into the finer details there. But anyway, I hope you like this episode. If you're looking for a hobby, a new hobby, you're getting a little bored maybe camping in the same spot, I recommend going out and looking for fossils and rocks and that kind of stuff. And like I said, you can check out my YouTube channel, Eagle Eric, and look under the playlist and you look under hobbies. I go into rock hounding and how to clean up your rocks and polish them and everything. So, okay, well, I hope you like this episode. I'm heading tomorrow towards Taos, New Mexico. So good camping there, right along the river, and then I'll be heading down towards Santa Fe. So, okay, this is Eagle Eric, signing off.